Today, we're going on a journey. We're going to map out the entire path of a professional test automation engineer, and we're using the expert roadmap from the ISTQB Advanced Level Syllabus to guide us. Let's get right into it.
You know the feeling, right? A feature is ready, everyone's excited, but then the project just grinds to a halt. It's stuck, waiting for days and days of manual testing. It's a classic bottleneck, and that's exactly the problem a skilled test automation engineer is here to solve.
So what's the real difference here? Well, manual testing is all human-driven. It can be thorough, sure, but it's often slow and, let's face it, prone to human error. Automation, on the other hand, uses software to run the tests, giving you incredible speed and rock-solid consistency. But you know what the most important advantage is? It gives you so much faster feedback on the quality of your product. Our journey today is broken down into 5 key stages. First, we'll start with the quest to really get why we automate in the first place. Then, we'll lay out the blueprint for success. After that, we build the engine of our solution, manage the launch and reporting, and finally, we'll achieve mastery through continuous improvement. Okay, first up, the quest. Look, before you write a single line of code, every great test automation engineer has to understand their mission. What's the core purpose? What are the huge advantages? And what are the real-world limitations of doing all this? And this really gets to a core truth. Automation is a double-edged sword. The advantages are massive. We're talking speed, accuracy, lightning-fast feedback. But it's not a magic wand. It takes a significant investment up front. And a badly designed system, it can become rigid and an absolute nightmare to maintain. Which brings us right to section 2, the blueprint. You see, a world-class automation solution, kind of like a high-performance race car, isn't just thrown together. It all starts with a really solid design. A huge part of that blueprint is designing the system under test, or SUT, for testability. It needs 3 key things. First, observability, so our tests can actually see what's happening inside. Second, controllability, so they can perform actions. And finally, a transparent architecture, which gives us a clear map of how everything is connected. All right, with our blueprint in hand, it's time to build the engine. This is section 3, and it's where we architect the powerful, scalable, and maintainable core that's going to drive all of our testing. Now, at the very heart of this engine is something called the Test Automation Framework, or TAF. Think of it like the chassis of our race car. It's the whole foundational structure that holds everything together. The test harness, the libraries, the scripts. It gives you the rules and the tools for building really robust tests. A professional test automation framework is built in layers. You've got the core, which is reusable code that doesn't care what application you're testing. Then there's the business layer, which is specific to your app. And on top, you have the actual test scripts. So why does this matter? Well, this separation is the absolute key to creating a system that's easy to maintain and scale over time. Of course, there are a bunch of different ways to write those test scripts. You've got simple capture/playback, which is great for small tasks, data-driven testing for when you have huge data sets, keyword-driven, which helps involve non-programmers, and behavior-driven development, or BDD, which is all about collaboration. The right choice? It always depends on the project and the skills of your team. Now for the exciting part, section 4, the launch. We've built our engine, and now it's race day. This is all about plugging our automation into the development pipeline, and, this is crucial, reporting the results so we can show everyone its value. This is where automation really shows its power, in the CI/CD pipeline. That's continuous integration and continuous deployment. Your automated tests act like quality gates. From the second a developer commits their code, tests are running, giving constant feedback and stopping bugs before they ever get to production. And the scale here can be just immense. I mean, can you imagine running 40,000 tests every single night? That is the kind of massive safety net that great automation gives you, something that is completely impossible with manual testing. It means your team starts every single day with a crystal clear picture of the system's health. And the results get boiled down into simple visual reports. Your stakeholders don't have to dig through thousands of log files. They can just see at a glance. Okay, 95% passed, great. But what about that 3% that failed? This lets the team focus their energy exactly where it's needed most. And finally, let's talk about mastery in section 5. A real expert engineer knows the work is never really done. The race is over, but now it's time for that post-race analysis, tuning the solution to make it even faster and more reliable for the next time.
And here's a really crucial insight. Your test automation solution is a product in and of itself. It needs continuous improvement. That means refactoring code, optimizing slow tests, and using analysis tools to make sure the automation code itself is high quality.
This quote really says it all. Test automation code is software. You have to treat it with the same discipline you treat your production code. Applying clean code principles like using meaningful names, avoiding hard-coded values, and keeping your methods short is absolutely essential for long-term success. And that brings us to our final thought. When it's done poorly, automation can feel like this constant, frustrating expense. But when it's engineered with skill, with discipline, and with a focus on always getting better, it transforms. It becomes one of your company's most valuable strategic assets. So the question to ask yourself is, which one are you building?